Hello and welcome to the Beyond 6 Seconds podcast. I'm your host, Carolyn Keel, and on today's episode, I'm speaking with Josh Hoskins. Josh is 25 years old and lives in Tamworth, England with his parents. He loves his family and friends, and his hobbies are horse riding, boxing, musicals, supporting Newcastle United Football team, going out on trips, and going on holiday. Josh has 2 jobs. He loves them both and has great buddies at each place. Josh's mom, Debbie, helps him create posts on LinkedIn every week because Josh wants to help other people with Down syndrome to get a job if they want to. He uses LinkedIn to prove what he can do. Josh and Debbie, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you.
Hello.
I'm so excited to learn more about your life and your work and all of that. So to start out, Josh, how did you find your job at Marshall Fleet Services?
I love my buddies, Phil, Ben,
Yeah.
Rob, Ryan, Kind, Michael, kind to me, Judah, kind to me.
So Joshua loves everybody at Marshall Fleet Services, is what he was telling you there. He applied to an organisation called WorkFit, which are part of the Down Syndrome Association in the UK. And what they do is you apply to them and then they skills match you to an employer in your area. So Joshua and I applied for him in February 2022. It does take a little while for them to find the right job role for the person, but they did that only a couple of months later in April of 2022. And that was when Joshua first met the lovely team at Marshall's Fleet Services, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So they just are the most amazing team, and they just have been a brilliant help to him right from the beginning.
That's so great that the team has been so helpful and that you have a lot of buddies and friends there. And I'd love to know, how did the Down Syndrome Association help you prepare for your job?
Tell them about Molly.
Molly, kind to me.
So Molly is Joshua's WorkFit officer. So Molly talked to Joshua about what he wanted from a job, about the sorts of things that he was good at, about the sorts of things that he would enjoy. She talked to him about anything that would worry him about starting work. And then she went to Marshall's and put lots of training in place so that when Joshua started there, she made sure that they gave him all the help and support that he could possibly need. She is an absolute angel, isn't she?
Yes, ma'am.
And we love Molly, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
That's great that you have someone like Molly to help you get ready and give you the support that you need to do your job. So, yeah, I mean, tell me about your job. Like, what kinds of things do you do at Marshall Fleet Services?
Big thick boxes.
Yeah, so you pack and stack boxes, don't you? What else do you do?
A person are going. Yeah, a person are going. A person are going.
What do you mean when people are not going?
Boxes.
Oh, when the boxes are not going out?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You help with a stock take.
Until take.
You have to make sure everywhere's clean and tidy, don't
I do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've got a lot of things that you're doing there. That's really cool. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And I mean, you talked about a lot of the coworkers and buddies and friends that you have there. What's it like working with your coworkers there?
What do you think about working with your team at Marshall's, Josh?
I'm a work me, Phil.
Yeah, you work with Phil. Phil's your
buddy.
your busiest buddy, isn't he? Yeah. Who else?
My buddy, Ben.
Yeah, and Vern.
And Ben.
And who else do you have?
Chris.
Chris helps you, yeah.
Brian.
Ryan's your boss, isn't he?
Rob.
And Rob, you work with Rob as well. He's another boss, isn't he?
Michael.
And Mark is the big boss, and he's probably your favourite, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but they're great, aren't you? Because you work as part of the team, don't you?
Yes.
On Monday mornings, they talk about, well, football here in the UK, but soccer there. And Joshua teases everybody if their team did badly, and he kind of celebrates if they did well. So he's a real part of the team, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And so much so that, what did you do at Christmas?
Oh, Christmas. We were always playing.
They included you in the Christmas party, didn't they? Which was awesome for you, wasn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. There's a lot of people there that you're friendly with and have great relationships with, and that's really, really cool. What do you like most about your job at Marshall Fleet Services?
What's the best thing?
I love both.
You like both jobs, but what's best about being at work? We wrote this one down, didn't we? So you love working as part of the team.
Yes.
You like learning new things.
My friends.
You like to know that you're doing a good job.
Yep.
And you also like to earn money and choose what you spend it on, don't
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, those are all really important things. Oh, that's awesome. And so you have two jobs, as you were saying, and you recently, you started at working a second job at Movianto. So,
Yeah.
what do you do there?
Cartons.
Yep.
Buy one box, 2 box, 5 box, 6 box.
Yeah, so at Movianto, it's similar, but it's not quite the same, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
So at Movianto, you help them with the cartons, don't you? So you load up the pallets with all the different cartons that are going out to customers, don't you?
Yes, it is.
So you help them do that. You use the scanner at Movianto as well, don't you?
Yeah.
You help with stock rotation.
Yeah.
You help with keeping it tidy.
Yes.
And also you do some health and safety things there as well, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well done.
Right, very cool. And how did you find your job at Movianto?
Do you remember that one?
Oh, honey.
So the job at Movianto came about because of his work on LinkedIn. So because Joshua's network has spread far and wide, he had a message from the president of Movianto asking if Josh would like to go for a look round. So we were very excited to go and have a look round, weren't we?
Yes, I did.
And we were chatting to them about what it's like to have somebody who has Down syndrome working for you. So they were asking us questions so they could learn as much as they possibly could. And they offered him a job. And you said, yes.
Yes, I did.
And it was as easy as that. So I guess that's down to the power of LinkedIn.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really cool. And that leads into what I wanted to ask you about next is that how did you get the idea to start writing on LinkedIn about your work and your life?
Do you remember?
Oh, honey.
Okay, so back when you started working in August 2022, Joshua was thrilled to be working. It was his biggest dream come true. And one of the things that he said to me is, I want other people to do this, Mum. So I said I would think about how we could do that. So we thought about using LinkedIn, but we needed to check that the Down Syndrome Association would be happy with us doing that, and that Marshall Fleet Services would be happy with us doing that, because we kind of wanted to pull everything together for people to make it as easy as we could. Everybody was happy with it, and we started posting soon after we started work, and we post every week, trying to spread the message that look at what people with Down syndrome can do, look at how we can make a difference, and please just give somebody a chance.
Wow. And you've definitely met so many people on LinkedIn because I see your posts and all the comments, and it's really great that you do that. And, I can tell you love your job. You want to help other people with Down syndrome who want to work. So I'm curious about how work has helped you, Josh. Like, how has it helped you grow as a person?
Oh, honey.
He's definitely got stage right now.
It's okay.
But we worked on your answers together, didn't we? Yes. So we've worked on his answers and we've written them down. So Joshua said that having a job is brilliant and he loves it. He's much more confident. He's got new skills. He's learnt new things. He's got lots of new friends. He loves earning and spending money. Mm-hmm. You're very good at that, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. He makes many more decisions on his own now, and he's really grown up.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I think it was around Christmas and talking about spending money, you got, I think you saved up for a PlayStation 5, which is
Yes,
really
I did.
awesome. Yeah. How is that? Are you still enjoying playing the PlayStation 5?
Yeah, good, yes.
Yes. Every day.
That's really cool. Why, in your opinion, why should employers consider hiring people with Down syndrome?
Okay. So people like me with Down syndrome, Joshua said, have lots of skills. We can do lots of jobs, but many people don't give us a chance. With the right help and support, we can do a brilliant job. I'm very reliable. I work hard. I love learning new things. I'm always on time. I'm cheerful. I'm a good team player. And not all employees do these things. We make the workplace a better place to be, was what you said, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it sounds like. How can employers learn the best ways to include people with Down syndrome in their companies?
So here in the United Kingdom, we're very lucky to have WorkFit, who are part of the Down Syndrome Association. You register with WorkFit like Joshua did, they review you, and then they match you to an employer. There's an interview, there's a site visit, and if it all goes well, there's a job offer. So WorkFit will train the employer, they'll help the person with Down syndrome, and they make sure it all goes well. They do a review after a few weeks, and they're always there for ongoing support. The support that Joshua's had and we've had as a family, as well as his employers, has been fantastic. So I would say to anyone who's thinking of taking on someone like Josh is, first of all, thank you. Secondly, give them a chance. And then finally, contact WorkFit or any of the employers in the UK who've already taken somebody on, because they have the first-hand experience of exactly what it feels like, and also the way in which morale changes once you make that transition to employ somebody with Down syndrome, because both of his employees have said that morale has gone through the roof in both places, because he just brings a joy to the working environment. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it just sounds like everybody wins in a way. It's great for you, it's great for your team and all your friends and coworkers, it's great for the company. Oh, that's awesome. So, Josh, I love reading your LinkedIn posts, and I want other people to follow you and read them too. So where can people find you online to read your posts?
So Joshua and I sit down every week and we talk about what message he wants to get out that particular week. So he's always really heavily involved. We go through lots of the comments. We talk about how we can help people who are asking us questions. And most of the time it's quite a quick thing to do, but recently it's become more and more busy, hasn't it? So we spend a lot more time doing it, but we're happy because Joshua wants to make that difference. So on LinkedIn, search for Joshua Hoskins, and his employers come up as Marshall Fleet Services and also as Movianto. Joshua really wants to have as many people follow him as possible, because he knows that once you get somebody from one company following, it kind of makes you a big ripple. So he posts every week. It's usually on Wednesdays. And at the moment, he's up to 2,660 followers. So it's gone crazy recently, hasn't it? He posted last week about buying Easter eggs to help out our local food bank. And one of his new followers asked if they could set up a GoFundMe account to help him. They set the target at £750, which I thought was crazy high. But so far they've raised over £1,000, and that money is going to go to our local food bank, and it will help fund their food parcels for several weeks. So I think it is all about Down syndrome. It is all about employment, but it's also about the difference that people like Joshua can make and do make. The message last week that spoke about Easter eggs had the biggest ever reaction that we've had, which was 797,000 impressions.
Wow.
which is like, well, we were very happy, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of time to manage all of that and all of the comments, but that's something that we make sure we do together, don't we? Yeah, and Joshua is more than happy to get many more followers and many more people looking at the post every week, aren't we?
Yes,
And ultimately for obviously more people with Down syndrome to get employed, and for more companies to benefit from having someone like Joshua.
That's awesome. Yeah, Josh, it's amazing the impact that you're having. You know, not just at work. We talked about work today, but you volunteer. You are always so generous with your time. You travel. You do a lot, and you share it with us, and it's really wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing your life with us. And I guess as a last question for today, you care a lot about inclusion for people with disabilities, with people with Down syndrome. How can people help you get your message of inclusion out into the world?
thank you.
So firstly, Joshua is really grateful to everybody who looks at his posts on LinkedIn, to everybody who comments, to everybody who shares. Because everybody that does that, it starts to help us to make a difference. We really want employers to think about, can they employ somebody who is like Josh? And if they can, don't just think about it, but go and do something about it. There's a lot of help and support there for you. Every person deserves a chance and deserves an opportunity. So please do that. Joshua every week talks about inclusion. He talks about people with Down syndrome working. And he also has the line that my name is Joshua and I'm proving what I can do. Lots of other people could prove what they can do, but we need employers to just give them that chance.
Absolutely. Thank you, Debbie, for your support of Josh. And thank you, Josh, for all of the amazing advocacy that you do. Really grateful. And thank you for being on my show today.
Thank you.